Yes, Jacob Rupp, men's coach, trying to help guys live a better life. I'm going to do this very quickly because my kids are coming home, which is part of the reality of being a father. Um, so the idea is like this with meditation. Meditation is a very difficult practice to start if you are a Western individual because we're not really used to taking time to being with ourselves. Even if we are relaxing, oftentimes we relax as men the same way we do everything else, which is usually fairly competitive, usually fairly results oriented, usually like tell me what to do, let me nail it, right? And so relaxing, which is kind of the opposite of that, we approach with the same level. For example, if you go skydiving or kayaking or any of these things, jujitsu, right? So you're like, okay, how do I do it? Let me get this done. So the idea of relaxing, and even as an Orthodox Jew, the idea of prayer for many of us is very difficult because it's the same kind of thing. What time am I showing up at davening? What am I thinking about? It's very structured. So the process of learning how to stop and be unstructured is naturally very difficult for Western and, may I say, Orthodox Jewish men. So therefore, meditation is difficult because the process is to stop and unwind. Now, the interesting thing is that when we encounter difficulties in our lives, we oftentimes look at all the other times in our lives that the difficulties have been present and how we've responded to that. And as a result, we feel this overwhelming pressure when stuff starts to go wrong. I'm always screwing up. She's always doing this and that. The practice of meditation is to stop and to really just feel the moment and to distance yourself between the past and the present and just kind of be right there. And that's all that matters. And so the interesting thing is when you start to encounter challenges and start to encounter difficulty, rather than freaking out, start to explain to yourself, this is the issue right now, and just be present with it and just sit with it. And that's the whole concept of meditation as well. When you sit down, rather than be like, okay, what am I meditating for? What am I thinking about? What intentions am I have? The first step is just to stop and unwind. So what I usually do, I put my timer on, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you have time for, right? Again, and don't try more than that. I'd say 3 to 5 minutes is the beginning. Sit, breathe, and then gently start to disconnect from your thoughts. And as thoughts come in your head, don't like push them out. Say, I'm not thinking about that. But rather to just try to focus on the present. What am I smelling right now? What am I feeling right now? If there's birds chirping, if there's a lawnmower somewhere. And just that process of drawing yourself into mindfulness is the very first step of achieving an easier and calm mind. Thank you very much.